Hello and welcome to the third episode of the Skerryvore Podcast. I'll be the host, Deco, and I'll be joined by 5 other members. We have Loch Ness.
Hi, I'm Loch Ness, the clan owner.
Zeeken.
Hello, my name is Seekin. I inspire people also by present.
Agility Hardcore Ironman.
Hello, I'm Agility Hardcore Ironman. I'm Free Bananas.
OSRS Banana.
Hello, I'm OSRS Banana H, but I'm also called Banana Headshot because that's I couldn't fucking fit in the RuneScape name, haha.
And Dead Hardcore Ironman.
Hello, I am a dead hardcore Iron Man. I died at cake stalls because I'm good at video game, and yes, I'm 3 banana in CC, yes.
Alright. So first up we have two new faces, Agility Hardcore Ironman and Banana, if you'd both like to tell our viewers about yourselves.
Yeah, so I'm Agility Hardcore Ironman, or Jason. My first 99 in old school RuneScape was Agility, and I went for the scroll afterwards, and then I started missing the skills, so I made an Agility only Hardcore Ironman, which is rank 2 in the Hardcore Ironman high score now, and rank 80 in the normal high score.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Banana Headshot, and I just fucking shitpost and stuff in the Discord. I just fucking like PVM and do completionist stuff, basically.
It's a good topic for our next question. For those that don't know, Tortoise is a completionist clan in OSRS. You join and you get sent a spreadsheet and you get awarded points based on the amount of hours required to complete the task. Tortoise have recently added 200 mils in each skill as tasks, and how do you guys feel about this?
200 mils aren't completionists, changed my mind.
They aren't?
They aren't.
For me, right, like...
You don't get anything. It's like going for a high score. Like, not everyone has to do it because it doesn't give you anything extra. It just puts your place on the leaderboard. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, but it's completionist, and 200 mil is like the end counter, right?
But 200 mil is just like the end counter. Like, there has to be an end counter for everything. Like, there's a max cash stack.
No, I think it's good if people can't. I can see both sides. I think it's good if people almost can achieve that goal. It's called completionist for a reason, I think. But on the other side, I can see why some people wouldn't want that.
I don't think it should take 18,000 hours to get to be a full completionist, if that makes sense. If it was extra points for Tortoise, because to my knowledge you can get 100k points and then it just stops. But if you could get extra points for those extra for 200 mils, that would be, I guess, fine. If that makes sense.
So, I had a conversation with Basky recently. He's a general in Tortoise. And he said they've been wanting to add 200 mils as a task for a while. But the problem they have is the boss counter stops at 2147 mil. Like max cash stack.
Oh, yeah.
So they felt like they couldn't really add 200 mil in as a skill, otherwise they'd have to do it for boss counts too, because that's when it technically stops. But he said the piece of leeway that they finally had as to give 200 mils as a task is that the post 200 mil XP drops have been added now. So it's more of a end goal as to you can technically still you can still kill bosses after that, right?
But the whole point of the post 200 mil is if you're max combat and you know the XP drop for how much damage you're gonna do, that's the whole point of it, basically.
Yeah, but they've said it gives them sort of leeway to add 200 mils as a task, and personally I think is a good thing. I don't know. I don't think it's debatable whether you should get a certain amount of tasks for 99s and then extra for 200 mils, but if you were to do it that way, then you'd get hardly any for 99s because it's based on the amount of hours. I don't know. It's difficult. It's a pretty meaty task.
I mean, they also said that it wasn't permanent. That they have the possibility of removing it too.
Not really.
Yeah, they might.
I think they will.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people in Tortoise, they view it as like they are maxed. I think that's what I think about. I'm not sure, but I think they're maxed, and I don't really care about XP that much. And then they want something else to do, and that's what they do. Like they try and complete other things.
Yeah, they think that's generally the reason people join Tortoise. It's the things to do.
How I see Tortoise is like I guess, alternative to the RS3 completionist list. And like on that list, it's not even 200 mil skills. So I kinda don't see why Toads would have it. Since in RS3 it only takes 7,000 hours to get 200 mil also.
Also buy it everything IRL.
So, on the topic of completionist stuff that are very hard to obtain, I know the Raids 2 cape was initially pulled at 5,000. Oh, never mind. That's a later question. We'll come to that. Actually, let's go with that now. I think it's quite fitting. So, with Raids 2, a new cosmetic cape will be added that upgrades on Raids 2 completions. There'll be 5 tiers, 100, 500, 1000, 1500, and finally 2000 raids. So the initial was 5000, but they've decreased that down to 2000 because they were seen as absurd by some people as a piece of completionist content. So how do you guys feel about this elite completionist item being added to the game? Is 2000 too much? And do you think that such a hard piece of content like Raids 2 should offer completionist items?
Yeah, I think it should.
I don't mind it.
I think it gives more reason to do Raids 2. Like, if the items are crap, people will still do it for the capes.
Exactly.
Like, if Raids 1 makes more money, they can still do Raids 2. People will still always go to Raids 2.
But what's stupid is the Chambers of Xerix challenge mode, which doesn't count towards, or which doesn't take your base KC on Chambers of Xerix. So we have to do another 2,000 because it's just a lazy ass update that they added.
And
Doesn't take any of the KC, and it's basically just scaled up raids that people already do.
But isn't it like you have to complete it in a certain time? And in which case they can't really get your current PC?
Pretty sure that's only for the transmog to get the drop for the transmog.
Okay.
I think overall the quality of the player base is increasing. People are becoming better at this game, and there's already a piece of completionist content, I guess, in the Infernal Cape, which is absurdly difficult to get from a lot of people. So I think it's quite fitting that with the Infernal, we're getting things like the Raids 2 Cape and 200 mils as a task.
Yeah.
I like
I
it.
don't see like, again, about 200 mils, I don't see that as a completionist thing. I see it more as a hexes thing or skilling thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I can see that.
I mean, yeah.
I can't remember, I tried to get the image up for you guys, but I can't remember which artist posted the picture on Twitter. But there was a potential design for the new cape that was transparent, and it had chevrons, like the ranks in clans.
Oh, for the for the challenge mode Chambers of Zero.
Oh, was that for the challenge mode?
That wasn't for raids 2. That was for the.
Oh,
raids
my
1.
bad. I thought that was for raids 2. I thought that looked really nice. I was quite
Looked weird.
Can you send it in the Discord if you have it anywhere?
If I wasn't really planning on doing raids 2, to be honest. I didn't really I don't know, I'm not much of a PVMer, but I mean the completionist content that comes from it is kinda interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
It'd draw my interest just for the cave, to be honest. So, in what we assumed was hype for Raids 2, pretty much the price of every PVM item across the game had skyrocketed over the past few weeks. Arcane was up to 150 mil, Tassets 33 mil, Armadillo Chestplate 47 mil, and these are just a few of the absurd PVM item prices. Overnight, but 3 days ago now, some of these items crashed as much as 12 mil each, with a Twisted Bow crashing 50 mil overnight. Do you guys think these prices were a product of merchant clans, or was there a sudden panic spree? If so, how do you think merch clans should be dealt with this?
So when Wage 1 came out, like right before it, the prices had a similar effect. Like it went up first and then it went down, and like now already it's balancing out again. So I don't think it's a merchant clan. I think it's some merchants who just try to invest in items and then sell it, and people see it going down, and then people are panicking from that. But I don't think it's actually like clans who do it. I just think people see an opportunity into investing in those items and just know when to sell it.
I think it was just a lot of panic selling with all the crashes.
Yeah, when items crash, people usually panic sell and then they go down even more, so even more people panic sell.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go back up again later.
But like even the Dragon Hunter crossbow, for instance, that was obviously merchant clans and panic selling. But now since like, what did it get to before the buy limit changed? It was like it got down to like 60 mil or something from like 100 mil, but now it went from like 125 mil to I think the last price I checked is like 105 mil. So the buy limit actually helped it not like super crash.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird to me how every item pretty much crashed. Literally every PVM item crashed at the same time. Like, to me, that's gotta be merch clans. I don't know.
Yeah, but if you look at around the release date of Wage 1, it's exactly the same thing
Or
happened.
maybe it was merch clans that time too. Maybe they've done the same thing.
Yeah.
It's really hard. It's hard to tell with merch clans because they're like there's so many layers of them. Like they're just like normal. It's because the way the GE works. It's just free market, so it's hard to have control of it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a free market anymore.
I think it's gotta be raids. It's gotta be merch clans. There's no way all these items would just crash overnight because, you know, like. But I don't know if there's anything Jagex can really do about that. I mean, obviously they theoretically could. They can look at who's buying these items and selling them.
I don't think Jagex needs to do anything. I think people just need to be like more educated about the
Yeah, that's true.
about the thing.
Everything in G is 0 by limit, haha. Iron Man, by the way. Yes.
Iron Man mode was a mistake.
Oh.
Armadillo chestplate being 47 mil is unbelievable to me. I can't ever remember Armadillo chestplate ever being that high. I don't know how it reached 47 mil.
Yeah, it's not even that good. I
No,
think.
it's not. There's not a lot of difference between Armadillo and Carol's. Someone was telling me that Kriara is the best money maker in the game right now because of Armadillo.
It is.
That's crazy.
It has always been pretty good money actually, but yeah, people don't realize how good Armadillo actually is for GP. It's just not as consistent. But over time,
Armadillo has
it's
been
looking good.
Armadillo has been steadily like going up over the last year or two or so.
Yeah.
Mm.
And like after the Void nerf and shit, Armadillo also went up down.
I think I would have liked to seen items being specifically used to raids 2 in like dungeoneering or whatever, right, with RS3. I would have liked to seen items being obtained in raids 2 and being used only for raids 2, but obviously the thing about that is who's going to do raids 2 if there's no items to be gained from it. Like, it would stop all this price inflation and stuff. Alright, go.
Yeah, I don't even know what rewards have actually like gone from raids to like actually passed and shit. I feel like they're just gonna add like some other random shit.
Yeah, they're probably adding some random shit. I'm hoping raids 2 gives like secondaries for Herblore. Hello.
Honestly, not that hyped for it. I don't know about you guys, but
I'm hyped
Yeah.
for it.
I'm just hyped for it because it's new content.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hyped for it too. I'm gonna watch it.
I don't know.
It's gonna be really entertaining to watch, I think.
It's a lot more hyped for raids 1.
Like with Rage 1, there were like Bodhi had like a whole team with all called Bodhi's friends, and like it was pretty fun to watch some of the streams.
I remember
Yeah.
that we had the message like a week before raids 1, the Great Alma Awakens or something along there in like red in the chat box, a week before it's released.
Yeah.
That really hyped me up.
Yeah. That was.
Yeah, that was
actually
great.
pretty good.
There's not that much hype, I think, because it's just too soon. It is too
Yeah.
soon, I think.
Definitely.
Now we just have a little piece of paper near the active funkers like saying it will come out on the 7th of June.
Yeah, that was really weird actually. Everyone thought it was gonna come out way later, but it's just coming out next month.
Yeah, they've been working a lot on it. You can see it. They don't do anything else basically.
Yeah,
Mobile and
Yeah, they only work on mobile on raids 2 right now.
yeah.
So I guess they just want to get it
Uh,
out.
and
Hopefully
June
it'll be
work
good.
I think it will be very cool. It is rushed, but I do think it will still be
It's
very
really
cool.
pissing me off, to be honest, that they're saying, do you want this new shield in the game? And people vote yeah, and then fucking 12 hours later it's in the game. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
come on.
It's like they were
The
gonna
thing-
add it, but even if people said no.
The thing is, they have to give time to a shield before people can vote yes, because like
Yeah.
if you wouldn't have any graphical design or any like, if there's no reason to like vote yes, why would people vote yes? They have to have something to show.
Yeah, but I even if they've already designed it, right? People vote yeah, give it a month, because people get excited, people want it in the game, and people like me will be less salty when things get added because it's not just in my face all the time. You know, I actually have a month to think about it and get excited for it, rather than it just voting yeah and then it's in my face.
Yeah.
So I'd like them to give it a little while just to gain my interest a little bit. Alright, going back to completionist content, is there any completionist content you guys would like to see added to the game?
More pets.
More pots.
Pets, yeah.
Any?
Maybe even like what I had in mind, like it would be cool if they could add more pets for mini games. Like where you have to pen
Yeah.
pet. But the thing is, it could revive some old mini games, but also people would probably boost it rather than actually doing it.
Do it, yeah, exactly.
You just
So that's-
You just gave me a brilliant idea. You know, they want to add like soul wars and student creation, but there's no incentives. the rewards. I think pets from there would be really cool.
Yeah, it's actually a great idea, I think. But
It's a really fun
it would
completionist
need
thing to
something
do.
else than
Yeah.
pets, I think. I would love to
I
see
play
it in
it
the game.
just for a pet, like nothing else to do. It's just me though.
I mean, usually people just boost mini games because it's dead content, like Trouble Brewing that has completionist stuff in it, but nobody fucking plays that shit. So they have to boost
play
it.
It's my favorite minigame. I played it like 5 times.
We'll come on to free to play in a sec, but what I was gonna say is, I tried to do some free to play Castle Wars the other day, just because I'm on level 126. I thought it'd be easy tickets, and it is dead. There is not one single person in free to play playing Castle Wars.
Have you
Yeah.
all the worlds, like,
Yeah, there's no one.
Yeah, what should I do about it?
I
though?
don't know. Like, I don't know why they aren't playing it. Members play it, and they have more things to do. Like,
Because half of the people playing free to play are bots.
true.
Because that's true.
I think back in the day, free-to-play players were quite high level still, and nowadays, free-to-play people are just noobs. I think
Free-to-play
most, not
shit.
all of them, but noobs.
I think the reason most free-to-play players aren't doing Castle Wars is just they want to make money for now to buy a bond to actually play as a member.
I love
That's
them.
what I feel free-to-play
Yeah, I
players are
guess.
doing.
Yeah.
Like 90% of them are backing in the GE, and the other 10% is actually making money.
That's actually true.
Sorry to change topic, but you mentioned pets. Any other ideas besides mini games?
I would like to see a free to play pass.
Pot pet.
Overpat.
Oh, I don't know if it's
Seven?
completionist, but the boss log thing that everyone can see, like a leaderboard, that'd be a cool idea. I keep seeing that pop up, like
How do
in
you mean?
places.
That would be really nice on the high score. Like,
You know how there's like high
Oh,
scores
yeah.
for XP? There should be like a high scores for like
Yeah, that'd be really
places.
cool, and they have access to that data. So,
I just don't know if that's like considered completionist since there's no real
nah, I
like,
don't think it'd be
completing it.
completionist. I think it'd be competition, but it'd be really cool to see anyway. One that's been coming up for years that I can think of is Barrows Pets.
I would love
Yeah,
to see a bar.
I'd love to do Barrows. I'm a main, by the way.
Like, I would fucking do 10,000.
Would you guys like to see one pet or more pets from it?
Ooh. Yeah, like, fuck it. You know, I want to see 6 different pets. I don't want any of this metamorphosis shit.
Yeah, no, where you use like you get like an item or something from the chest which you use on a set to make the pet or whatever.
I would
Something
love
like
it if
that.
they made it really rare.
Yeah,
One in
yeah, yeah,
10K.
If it...
One in
One in
5K
3K,
actually, I think.
1 in 3.
Nah,
One
1
in
in 10k.
5K.
Fuck it.
They would probably do the
I'd still
transmog,
like that.
honestly.
It would be, yeah, but I think either transmog or like you can use like the pet thing you get on the set to get it as that pet or something.
It would be really stupid if you could transmog it like to all 6 though. That's stupid, I think.
I mean, that's what the trend has been going for with these pets recently.
Yeah, it's true. He's right.
they could like add something to have the pet a permanent transmog unlockable. Like you have to unlock a pet, and then you have to unlock 6 like different dice or whatever to transmog it. That would be really funny.
Like how the chin has the golden chin. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, but you have to actually unlock an item before you can.
Ooh, that's
transmog
interesting.
It. It's more what I feel like.
That is interesting.
Like,
Isn't that what
kind of what Horvath said about being able to use something on a set, but instead of using it on the set, you have to use it on a pet.
Yeah, isn't that what the Raids 1 challenge mode thing gives for the omelet?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
not
think
sure.
that's exactly what it does. I think you get an item to use on the pet. Or you get an
That's pretty
unlock or
cool, though.
something.
Or maybe like, do you mean like 1,000 Tecton kills or something, and then you can transform the Tecton?
No, I think it's just a single drop and you get all the
Yeah,
bosses.
I really like that idea though. And for me, in my opinion, they make pets way too common. Like, I have something like 8-9 pets, and I don't think I've ever tried for any of them. Like, I did Herbivore just because I was going to do it anyway, and
Maybe you're just
yeah,
lucky.
maybe.
Some people
I was like, I'll do Herbivore because I want the pet, but I'll keep doing it even if I get a pet. And I got the pet and 43 kills. I don't know. I didn't like that.
That's just because
Yeah, but I don't want to be. Like I want, like I finished Serb right on like 1,200 kills or something. I had the pet on 300 kills, and
What the fuck?
yeah, and all my pets have been.
That's not because they're common, Deacon.
Yeah, but if they were like much rarer, then I wouldn't have had them so early.
You are
Yeah,
lucky,
you-
but I do think they should be rare. It's like nowadays you see people with a pet and you
Yeah,
just don't really
yeah.
care a lot. It's like, oh, he has a pet. I want to see a pet and you're like, oh my fucking god. And there's a couple of pets that do still have that,
Yeah,
like the Bloodhound. And like you see the Bloodhound pet and you're like, Jesus Christ. But all the other
AC
pets
doesn't do
are...
that.
People see me walking around with my squirrel, and they've asked me which level I got it.
Yeah, people are still excited for it, but it's not like, I wouldn't... Yeah.
they can't change the rates obviously, but for any that they are going to introduce, they should be very rare.
Yeah. Yeah, it's right.
By the way,
I don't think-
the drop rate for Herbie is 1 in 6,500. By the way,
I have like that now.
Yeah, that's really not rare because if you get 99 Hunter, you should
Yeah,
probably get
that's
it by
that's
then.
ridiculous.
I know people that have gone like 13k dry though.
Not even
on
that
Herbie.
bad. Like Zekin has like 20k or something now, maybe more.
But who else
Yeah,
do
25k
Almost.
Herbie kills.
It's really, really easy to do too.
Anyway, the thing about pets is I feel like they aren't really common, but I have been on like with agility. I have had my first squirrel on 87 on this account, on agility HM, and my second squirrel was like 70 mil XP, so I was actually going dry on my second pet. So I can see like it could be really hard to. I can see how it's not common for some people.
What do you guys? Sorry.
Like you have to be like really lucky to get on early kill count. So
What do you guys think about these like pets with such different drop rates? For example, the farming pet has a drop rate of something like 197 mil, and the mining pet, for example, is 15 mil. Think about the inconsistencies there.
I don't mind it that much.
I think the farming pet is more because the amount of XP you get in like one farm run compared to what you do with mining something.
Something like that.
I don't know.
XP an hour.
I think they should balance it around how much time you effectively train the skill instead of like how much XP you get. That is.
I think
That
they
would be
have
fine.
tried, but I don't think it's very accurate.
Isn't that kind of like how farming is though? Like,
Yeah, the
you can't
farming
just.
the farming
Well, you
HP is
can.
2 mil
Yeah.
at the moment, so yeah, it's kind of understandable that you have to wait, that you have to like be 100 hours on farming. That's still
Yeah.
really short.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, next question. How do you feel about recolorings? We already have the Infinity sets, ornament kits, dark bows, whips, Slayer helms, and graceful sets. Do you guys like recolorings, or have we gone over the top?
I love them. It's the best thing in the game, and I want a non-scarf recolor.
I honestly like the recolors, but like the ones you have to actually earn, like the graceful stuff, and and the Slayer helms, but not the whips and shit, because you can just get those from the bounty hunter.
Or about the Castle Boss ones? Like decorative Castle Boss stats that you can like have to buy.
Those aren't recolors though. Those are just they are, but they're different armor.
I just see it as one armor set which is recolored 3 times.
Also, ornament kits is one of my favorite thing in the game, and
ornament kits aren't a recolor though. They're actually
they're like cosmetic changes.
Cosmetic change.
There's a difference between cosmetic changes and recolor though.
I love seeing people with like retarded gear run around on the RD rooftops, and like it looks so funny. Like if they wear the white graceful recolor and some results, and like some recolors just.
Is it like
really funny to see.
is there like a line for you guys to draw? Like, for example, say they want to, I don't know, like dye the Need to Not helmet pink.
Oh no!
What?
I mean,
Please stop there. I think there is a line, and
yeah.
It has to be tasteful.
like if they make the nice notes recolorable and they have like pink nice notes and stuff, yeah, that's funny. But that's no, I don't want that. It is funny for like a day, but imagine seeing that like every single nice note helmet is like a fucking pink one.
Yeah, imagine if you could get like some recoloring thing where you can recolor every item in the game.
It depends how hard it is to get. Like if it would be like like with Zora, the helm unlocks, they are pretty hard to get. So.
Oh yeah, those are cool recolors though. Because those are cool. Like it goes back to the earned thing, except for Havard, he doesn't count because he got it like super early. But you actually have to earn it because it's like super. It's rarer than the fucking pet. Like one mutagen is rarer than the pet, I think.
Yeah, I love that. I'd love to see recolors that are really difficult.
So if you like see someone with if you see someone with like that recolor, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, they need to make stuff more rare than this right now, so it actually feels.
Unlike the buyable recolor for dark bows and whips that just look like shit, honestly.
I also think recolor should have like it has to look compared to how much hours you spent on it. For example, on Zua you spent a lot of hours on getting the mutagens, but if you have like a graceful set, you don't really spend a lot of time on a recolor. So if you like how they have it now with the mutagens actually look cool. I think they should do that with recolors too. Like, if you spend more time on it, it has to look better. It has to look cooler. Than...
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Yeah, like the mutagens, as you said. I would honestly like to see some more recolors for things.
Suggestion I saw that I actually liked. I don't think you guys are gonna like was pink graceful.
I would wear it.
Yeah, I like it. I like the pink graceful.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool.
I mean, I don't mind it.
No, I actually like it too. I think that would be cool, but I think with the recalls they should stop making it so easy. Imagine if they made it from the start. It's kind of already too late, but imagine if they made it from the start where it's really, really hard to get. So you actually see someone with like recolored graceful or whatever. You're like, oh damn, that looks good.
Well, getting the recolor graceful is takes a lot longer the lower agility you are, because how much like rare the marks are. I feel like because when I did RD with the Elite Diary, holy shit, it's so easy to get recolors there because it's so fast. You get marks so much there. So maybe it's saying more about the RD course rather than like the recolors, honestly.
Yeah, I might not be able to talk with this because I have 32k marks on nearly 32k. So yeah, I see them really, really commonly. Like I don't really see them as hard to get anymore. I've even, like on my main account, I've even considered like getting another graceful set because on this account I don't even have the RD Elite Diary. So if I want to get it on my main account, I will get it real easily.
I think I have
P50.
4 recolored graceful sets so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna get them
Just
all.
trying to
for
get
the
'em all.
Tortoise points, by the way.
I just like how graceful has like a bunch of different colors, honestly. Because if you're doing a farm run, like I want to be a different color today. I don't know, just like that. I like how there's options in Fashionscape in this fucking game.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Like, I think it is aligned with the recolorings and stuff. Like the pink needs a hot. That's not helm is a line, of course, but I like all the different variety and stuff because you know, like a lot of MMOs have so many items, you just can't learn them all, and we are pretty limited the amount of items we have on RS. So I think variations of those items are pretty nice. I think it'd be a lot less interesting if we just had the standard colors.
Do you also think that it's fine that they're easily obtainable then?
No. I think they should all be difficult to obtain. You gotta earn the recolor and stand out when you do have it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
One last one I'd like to talk about with the recolorings is the Maxcape.
Like you mean the existing ones or the potential to...
So apparently in
custom
RS3
colours.
they have so that you can redesign your Maxcape wherever colors you want. How do you guys feel about that?
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, what?
That game. Apparently you can like open an interface or something to change the colors of your Maxcape, customize it.
That's what they should do. If they ever make like a completion escape, they should just do that, where you can make your own color. Then that's the completion escape.
Yeah.
I don't think they should. Not how like the game is already, because I think the difference between RS3 is I don't play it, so I might be saying the wrong info, but they can like put things on that they're not actually wearing,
Yeah.
right? But like with old school, you're wearing what you're like showing. So if you have like a different color, you're not actually. If it's like designed differently, I mean, right? You know how like recolors, you can still tell what it is. It's just a different color.
I'd like it. I really like it,
I
but
don't know.
it's not possible. Like you'd have mentioned on the Q&A before that they can't add the custom colors. They've already exhausted all the options on a Maxcape. They can't add anymore.
How do you guys feel about the current ones?
I don't like the Mage Arena 2 Max Capes, honestly. I think they look like shit.
I honestly like the Mage Arena ones better.
Yeah, I don't like it.
The other ones look fine though.
I'm not sure if anyone else feels like that, but I feel like the Inferno Cape, the normal one, looks better without Max Cape if you actually look at it.
I think the Infernal Max Cape looks sick, honestly. I just think the Mage Arena 2 capes just like a bunch
Yeah,
of
it does look
colors
pretty
just
messy.
splattered all together.
Looks like it's all like glitched together.
But I like the regular Mage Arena 2 cape. Like whenever I max, I'm not getting the Max Cape for those because I like the normal versions of them
Alright,
more.
moving on. So, speaking about RS3, how do you guys feel about Clan Citadels coming to OSRS? For those who don't know, Clan Citadels were released in RS2 in July 2011. It was essentially a clan headquarters where daily chores had to be done to progress the Citadel.
Since I wasn't in the clan back then, so I'm not sure what kinds of chores will be done. But I don't like doing daily stuff. I don't buy my daily battle stage most of the time. I don't do daily farm runs. I just hate doing it. So
Wow. Estimate.
if I have to do something daily, I probably will forget about it and not do it because I guess I'm too lazy for it.
I I honestly don't think Citadels would work in OSRS. In RS3, I know the guys that play that game, they play it for fun, basically. They don't have depression. And they'll do Citadels, like, it doesn't, there's no, it is not, it doesn't benefit you or anything, but they'll do it because, I don't know, it's fun or something. Like they could socialize.
And I think it does actually benefit you quite a bit on RS3, I think, because you can get like I don't know what it's called, like an avatar following you, and you get more
Seriously?
XP from that if you have it with you, and you get that. Yeah, you get that from like doing the deal, like the daily thing or weekly thing, whatever it is. And you cap on it, and once your Citadel is like that high of a level, you get like a little follower, and if you can have it with you, and you get like 5 to 10% more XP. And everyone in the same boat, that's the funny thing, everyone in the same boat, in the same clan gets their XP like 5%. Like, they get a little bit less, but I do get bonus XP from that. And
That's
I'd hate
terrible.
to see that.
That wasn't,
school, so.
I'm 99% sure that was not the case when it was released. I remember Citadels come into RS2, and I was really hyped at the time. I thought it was going to be this really cool headquarters. The graphics looked amazing. The place was pretty engaging. And after about a week, it became that sort of thing, like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I just want to progress my account. I don't want to have to cut trees, help a clan or something. Like, it seemed a bit pointless.
Wait, that sounds like the Kingdom of Miscellanea, actually. I never played back when the Citadels were a thing, so that's like my only like reference to it.
I think it was a bit like that.
It's a little bit like that, yeah. You have to get like a favor or something. You have to like increase your favor percentage or something. And once it was capped or whatever for that day, it progressed or something. And it was a really, really cool, interesting concept, but I don't know, I think it was a little bit too grindy. I think people didn't really want to invest all that time.
If it is like once a week or once a month, it would be nice, but like doing it every single day would be, it's just annoying, because if it takes longer than like than a farm run or buying better staves, like people will be like, yeah, this is a waste of time, I'm just gonna put a gas my account.
Yeah.
Like, even with the time it takes to do a farm, when people wouldn't invest that much time into doing something that doesn't progress their account. So,
but what I was gonna say earlier is that I like dailies, because whenever you're like bored and don't know what to do, it's just like, oh, I can go do my farm run right now or something. I kind of wish there was more dailies and
host run reminder.
More like an hourly thing, Bard, though. I don't know. I like dailies just because it gives you something to do every day when you're on.
Back when RS2 was still a thing, like when you had like you could look for penguins for XP, I did it every Wednesday morning with my mom, and just like went around RuneScape and just search for penguins. That was fun, but
penguins?
Hide and seek or something.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, penguin hide and seek was so fun to do, but it was also like, I don't know.
What's your opinion, Locke? I'm interested. Clan Citadels.
No, I don't think it would fit in well with old school, given what you said about like it being tasks like cutting trees. People on old school are really EXP focused, not so much like clan oriented in that way. People just wouldn't do it.
What if it was the best deck? What if it was EHP?
Yeah.
People would go nuts.
By OSRS.
Please, no.
If it was HP, people would find a way to abuse it.
I'd hate that.
Like, they would cap out one clan and then they would go to the next clan to cap that one out.
Landscape.
Next question. what are you guys' opinions on a farming guild being added to the game with potential new farming boss? I know it was
I'd like to
mentioned
see
at
that.
RuneFest, I think, last year.
Farming boss, do you like fight a big herb or something?
Attack the bush.
Yeah, I'm
I
curious to
use
see what they
magic
would.
that
I
try
don't
to
think it
make
needs a
them.
boss. What other fucking guild has a boss?
Yeah,
Was that
excited for
actually
farming
like
guild.
in the Q&A or something? Did they actually mention a boss? Or is that just...
It was announced
there?
as something they would be working on in the year ahead at RuneFest,
Also,
as like a expansion to farming, as well as like being able to farm like black dragons and stuff for D-Hide.
Rip
What?
Iron Man.
Yeah, so that was
Just do Vorcat, Joy.
okay, look in general. This is how you should do recolors.
shut up, Bart.
With farming guild, I think it would be like a huge, I don't know, a farming guild would, I think it would be either OP or like the Ranger guild, that content, like,
It's hard It's hard to say what it could be. You're
I think
right.
it's gonna be very good,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be a daily or weekly thing like farming is right now.
I
don't
think what
you're.
Jason's like saying is that it really depends on what they do with it. Like it could either be really bad for old school or like really just whatever.
I know they said something about livestock, about thinking of adding livestock, and I think, I don't know, I don't like the idea of like being able to have like a dragon walking around and then you could kill that one for like dragon hides, like your own dragons. I think it should be how it is now, like killing black dragons or blue dragons of Warcraft. Like, I think that's a much better way to get. I think that should be the way to get hides, because with stuff like that, it's just like it feels more
Yeah, I
like
remember
old
the
school.
livestock thing, actually. I remember that in the Q&A now. The thing with a farming guild is it has the potential to become overpowered, I feel. Definitely. It'd be interesting to see what they can do with it, because a lot of the guilds they have at the moment are pretty underpowered and dead content, but
What do you mean fishing
All of
guild is the best thing ever?
Most of them are dead content, but like maybe the mining guild is like still used, and
Oh,
The woodcutting
actually,
guild.
the fishing
yeah,
guild
they
actually.
I think
Minnows
they
changed
definitely
that
are
shit.
looking to make
Yeah.
guilds.
That like
Yeah, true.
killed sharks. Like,
I think they definitely are looking to improve the quality of guilds and make them more useful and stuff, like you said with the fishing guild, redwoods in the woodcutting guild, and the mining guild, whatever, with iron ore.
Yeah.
Hey, at least the
Amethyst,
crafting
yeah.
guild's
And
useful.
stuff too, when they added amethyst. Isn't that's in the mining
Yeah,
guild, right?
crafting
That's a
guild.
good
is-
AFK thing, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty. Isn't it pretty good patch chance too?
I was actually thinking of
Is it the
doing when
best
I
for
got
pet?
Night
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gemstones is
think-
best, but
Yeah,
it takes like
gems.
10. It takes 400 hours at Amethyst to get to
I
pet.
thought
like 10
volcanic
XP.
mine was best for golem.
Gemstones are better as far as I know.
Or
You
maybe it's just
guys,
more
you
XP.
guys like
I don't remember.
these guilds becoming important part of the game?
I like it. That
Yeah,
they
I like it
actually
too.
make
Yeah, I
not
guess.
bad content.
Yeah,
it's
it's
scary
like-
because
it-
either way,
It
like,
makes
they
it.
need to find the balance.
They're not going
I-
to make something like 50 mil farming XP an hour anyways, it's fine.
I don't think.
You don't know that.
And farming
I
is
think
already
it's
like-
nice if like a lot of people are at one place just doing the same thing. Like, for example, with a mining guild, like it's nice if you can mine in the same world. Like, for example, this with Model Mine, like you can mine in the same world and not really have any problems. With minnows, it's the same. You can fish minnows in the same world and like talk with each other. You can do some social skilling. Like,
Shows a social CC. Hello.
it's like nice to
Yeah, it
have
brings,
the
it brings
ability
the
to be
community
social
together,
if you want
definitely.
to.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I like that. That's part of why I like fishing, honestly, because it doesn't matter if like someone takes your ore vein or whatever. You can all just like fish the same thing. It doesn't affect each other.
Alright, so earlier free to play was mentioned, the updates, and question is, free to play has seen a few updates over the past few months, with Castle Wars being made free to play, a new Ogress area, which is the new meta for free to play melee training, and recently a new Moss Giant boss. They even talked about making Slayer free to play. Do you guys think that free to play should be left alone in its classic state, or is this a good thing for the game?
Free-to-play Slayer sounds actually kind of cool.
I understand both sides of. I understand of making like free to play more for players, but I also understand why you would have the classic nostalgic free to play state. Like if you would add new things for free to play, you get more people who, once mobile releases, they will have more people who stick to the game, which is what would be really nice for old school. But I do think that like adding too much to the free to play state, it removes too much from the nostalgic feel of free to play, and like I don't really feel like free to play should be really like it should be nostalgic, but I don't feel like it should be more nostalgic than members. I feel like it should have something similar, but I don't think too much content has to be added for free to play, because that's also a thing. If they add too much for free to play, then
what's the point of being members at that point?
Yeah, exactly.
Jagex is still a company. They still need to make money by people becoming members and like
It's
paying
definitely
for
a method
members.
behind it.
buying bonds.
They're doing it to try and encourage people to become members, but
there's like no content free to play, so maybe it's okay if they add some, because free to play is not fun to play, and it can really like hurt someone's
Like
it can hurt someone's like view on the game if they only do free to play.
little updates for free to play, like the Moss Giant boss, are actually fine.
Fuck the Moss Giant
But
boss.
don't give them like big updates like fucking Wage 2, for example. Don't give them that. Don't give them the whole continent of
is
Zaya.
Zaya free to
Like,
play now?
keep it small.
No.
No, it isn't. But like, if you go to R3, for example, and if you try to go to Burfop, you can actually go there as free-to-play
That's weird.
player, which is really retarded.
I don't know if you guys have seen Autumn Allergy's videos. He's been getting pretty pissed off with free-to-play updates. Pause, yeah, number one.
Also, the guy
free-to-play.
named Pause, he's like, Jesus Christ.
I was
Rip
on
to him,
Discord with
badass.
him when he went to try out the new Moss Giant boss, and his first kill, he got like something like 2 rune swords or something, which for free to play, that's pretty big.
Oh, god damn it, yeah.
It was
Is it bad that I'm more angry that they added a music track to the Moss Giant, even though they said they weren't gonna add? Or someone on Twitter said that they weren't gonna add a music track, and then there was a unique music track, and I had to go kill the fucking boss for my music cape, even though I didn't want that content
you
in
don't
the game.
have to have
I had to
music
do
tape,
it.
I think.
Yes, I do. If you do master
think
clues,
it's a
you
bad
basically
thing.
need it.
You have to do that to maintain your music cape. I think that's the like.
I just
Yeah,
don't like
I've not
the
spoken
content.
to anyone.
It's fucking garbage. Who kills Moss Giants?
How did the fight go? Because I heard a lot of people say, oh, it's like the worst content.
You kill
So
it in like
far.
2 seconds.
You protect mage, you kill it, like, you don't even take damage if you don't have prayer on. And like, you kill the saplings with an axe, and that's all. Like, if something spawns, you kill it, you use an axe on it, and then you just kill the boss. It's just like, stand still and attack.
Hmm.
I understand that it shouldn't have like inferno level mechanics, but like, I think Oboe was like a little bit more of a challenge.
You had an interesting idea that with all these new giant bosses coming, how long before we have like a fire giant boss and a ice giant, and then we
I was
get
actually
a
thinking
pet
about
that we can
Ice
metamorphose
giant
into one of the
boss,
giants.
fire giant.
Yeah.
God.
And then they make fire giants free to play.
Where else was it that they're gonna say for free to play? Oh, you know the Chaos Altar. For the first couple of days that was released, it was free to play, and it made free to play prayer like insanely buffed overnight. For the first
Yeah,
couple of
it's
days,
terrible.
Wait, that was
and then they
added for free
removed
to play
it.
too.
That was a mistake, probably then, right? Oh, that's terrible.
Just make member stuff free to play like all the time. Like, what does it even matter?
Did they plan on
I
putting
think
in
they
free to
planned
play, or was
it.
that
I
just
don't
a
think they really thought
oops?
about. Do you think so?
No, that was an accident for sure.
I don't really think much of
That's
Jagex.
an
I think they
accident.
just, I don't know. Yeah,
That
maybe.
was an accident for sure. Because they don't even have altars, right? So that's insane from them. Now they do have an
Yeah.
altar, and they also
Yeah.
save like half their bonus.
Yeah, because it has the power of Gilded Altar with 2 burners. Like, there's no way they could have intended that to be free to play.
Yeah.
It would have been nice if they like added the Chaos Altar for free to play, but not a Gilded Altar bonus. Like, if you're on a free to play world, just give it like the normal XP, but like 50% chance of saving bones. That would have been really nice. Something like that.
Spend your money and go to
One
members.
one quick question that's
Yes.
come to mind for me. Is pretty relatable to this podcast. Is, do you think that every skill should have a pet?
Yes.
No.
No, Bible shouldn't.
Or actually, wait. No, not combat. Not like every combat stat. I don't know if you count that
Yeah,
as a
I was
skill or
gonna
not.
say.
Oh god, I was free as that.
Yeah, like. Actually,
I-
never mind what I said. I don't want pets for like herb. or
Wait, hang on. I need to
The
do my
pet-
nightmare zone for my strength pet. Hang on, BRB.
Never mind. I didn't even
Like,
think about
the
it.
pets-
That's stupid.
You
The
said
pets we can only
not
have
viables,
are,
but
like,
farming
fine.
as a pet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but farming is
Yeah,
different
it's not
because
like-
you can't like.
You can
Do
do
it
tight
for-
farm.
The Bibles, I think he means
Yeah.
like the Bibles you can get
Oh.
like knock out in like a day.
Yeah, like I don't think smithing should have a pet because like how many hours is that for 99? Like cooking also, like you can get 99 so easily. Fletching, it's just like getting half hours for a day and you have 200
Yeah, I
minutes
agree with that. I think the current pets we got for skills.
Yeah, actually, I don't know why I said I wanted pets for skills. I'm
Like
stupid.
even the Phoenix
don't-
from Winter
I
Tide
don't
is
want.
mm.
Okay, wait. I don't want a hammer following me from smithing or something like that.
Just dragging along
No,
the
it's just
floor.
a gold bar.
Yeah, gold bar and a hammer.
If it would, you know, do you know the chair in
Construction.
Draenor Manor that follows you around?
Yeah, like that.
That
Oh,
should
that'd
be
be-
the,
that'd
that
be
should be the
good.
construction pet if they ever added one.
I actually really like.
So stupid, but it'd be so funny.
Honestly, I really like the RS3 construction pad. Like the RS3 construction pad is the house of the
Baba Yaga?
woman in, yeah. Like that would be really funny to have it following you, but I don't think construction should have a pet because it's viable. The only non-viable in RuneScape that doesn't have a pet
The
yet
Slayer
is
bosses.
Slayer, but then
Yeah.
again, like
Slayer doesn't need a pet because
and Slayer, yeah, you have the bosses and like magic, range, those that are like
I do not
Their
have
combat
combat.
skills.
Stupid if combat gets
Attack
pets.
pet? Nightmare zone pets?
yeah, then
The
it's just a
skill in
mammoth
pets,
pet.
you know, like Phoenix is from Wintertod. Do you think you should get a chance to get in the Phoenix from burning logs?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I
No,
don't think
I
there
don't
should be a
think so.
chance.
No.
I feel like Wintertod is more like a minigame, and
Yeah.
even though I hate it, I feel like pets
Yeah,
for
there's
stuff like
for
that.
me there's
are,
kind of like a
really
choice
nice.
between completionist or meta.
Like, yeah, I don't see Winter Toad as like a fire making pet.
No, it's a fucking mini game pet.
Yeah, I see it like the
I
band
mean,
kind of.
it's a hard
It's a PVM
boss
pet.
pet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
almost as hard.
Hardcore Ironman diet Winter Toad. It has to be hard, right?
Yeah,
Just
the
like-
cake
It's
stuff.
almost as hard as like the Kraken pets, like hard
No,
boss.
Kraken.
Oh my
That's
god,
really
Kraken
hard.
is so hard, dude. Sometimes I walk away and I have to eat a shark later.
Yeah. Have you seen like giant mole people play magic there and die?
What?
It's really hard, boss. Yes.
Oh, I thought you said they train magic there, not
No,
pray.
they pray. Yes.
Like some people like DVS are actually good at the game and they don't die if they don't
Yeah,
protect.
they chose to not die by not praying.
At least the mole pet's cute.
Yeah, I like that pet. I want to go for it
With
sometime, actually.
This is my first pet.
With their
I just wanted to get it
with the
'cause it's
Phoenix
cute.
pet, do you think there should be a 15 times multiplier on 200 mil? Oh no, because
Yeah. No,
it's
no,
not
no,
a
no,
thing.
actually
It
not.
is a thing with
a thing?
skills. So you get a 15 times chance of getting the pet after 200 mil. But you don't with Phoenix. Now the problem with that is I have a friend called Reptilian, and he got his first Phoenix pet on 180 mil fire making XP. He took a screenshot and forgot that Winter Toad was going to respawn. It killed him and he lost the pet at 180 mil. He's now been doing post 200 mil
That's
for the Phoenix
crazy.
pet and still does not have one. It's been like a month since he got 200 mil.
That's very scary.
How long did
I-
it take him to? How long did he take?
Yeah.
How long did it take him to take the picture though? If it respawned.
Yeah, when you go 180
Maybe
mil
it was
dry
like
of a
chatting
pet,
with people afterwards.
probably react pretty big.
I mean,
I know, but don't most people just teleport out when you get a pet?
yeah, I wouldn't open them at winter.
But do you think there should be a 15 times multiplier then?
No.
No, I feel
No,
Yeah.
it's a mini game.
That's like
like it's either being
should
I mean
yeah.
it's either considered a mini game or a boss. And for bosses you don't get like after a certain kill count you don't
Yeah.
get a 50 times multiplier. I
Oh,
don't
That's
yeah.
see
like
That's a good reasoning for that,
yeah.
actually.
For example, like Slayer, if you get 200 mil Slayer, you shouldn't have a 15 times more.
Yeah, I
common
feel like if they
multiplier
do that,
than
make it
Kraken,
15
but
times
no,
more
I
likely, it'll be pretty subjective as to what should have 15 times. And it'll pretty much have to make everything 15 times. So, yeah.
don't. No thanks.
and if they do that like it would also they will make a lot of the player base mad because they like people who had 200 mil
Yeah,
fire
yeah.
making XP when
Hmm.
Winter Toad came out.
And
They
it's
have
not,
to
it's
do
not
Winter
something you
Toad if they want
need to
the pet.
have. It's something you want. So if you want it that badly, then you have to grind for it. Yes.
You need it for Tolpus points. So then you need it.
We'll move on to the last question. Do you think Jagex need to slow down on updates as a whole, focus more on smaller things that people want, or should they continue to grow the game as much as possible?
I feel like big updates help grow the game, which
Yeah.
is good. But I also feel like it's really bad in terms of the nostalgic feel. With like additions of Zaya, like before Zaya came out, or like when it just came out, actually, I was talking to my dad about it, and he doesn't read the update post, and like he didn't know how to do Zaya. And when I told him about Bloodroom crafting there, he was like, wait, this wasn't here back in 2007. So yeah, there are a lot of things that take away from the nostalgic feel, because this isn't like old school RuneScape anymore. It's just like an RS2
It's
version
continued on.
that
That
never was
EOC.
like, yeah.
2009 RuneScape question mark?
But yeah, it's still good. But big updates are good. But I feel like more small updates should be added to it. Like, it would be fine if they delayed some of the big updates
Yeah.
to add like smaller updates while they're at it. Like, for example, if they would add ways to like add quality of life, don't make so many quality of life updates in a row. Make like small updates which are nice to have, but
I'm
don't
fine
make
with
like
the quality of
Question
life
mark?
updates.
like okay, quality of life updates are actually fine, but like more. I mean more like last week's update. It was like an empty update if you didn't get into the mobile beta. Like it wasn't.
Yeah.
There was nothing that got added into the game. Only a few typo fixes and a few bug fixes. Like
I'm
It
happy
should
they
just
fixed
be
the
like-
typos.
Yeah,
it's just,
I know what you mean. Like, they update every Thursday, even though they
Yeah.
don't need to. Just because
Yeah.
that's what they're supposed to do.
and like
on.
if them they should like at least try to make a small update which people actually would be interested in, instead of like delaying everything because you have a big update. Like
Speaking of big updates, actually, that kind of makes me scared for Raids 2, how close it is to coming out, because the Dragon Slayer 2 update, that was pretty nice, except for Vorkath. That had to take so long for tweaking.
That's
it took
not
like
that
a
bad,
month
though.
of like adjusting,
It's
because
I feel like they should take their time.
I don't know.
Like they could take 3 days a week for like a big update, and then the 2 remaining weeks for like every week updates like quality of life and really small things to add, like for example adding the most giant boss into the game, like things like that. They should like focus 1 or 2 days on doing a few, yeah, like 1 or 2 days on doing small updates and like the rest of the time on bigger updates.
Yeah.
Just don't want these updates to be rushed all the time. Just
Yeah.
get fucked up.
That too. But then again, if you make a big update, it takes a really long time to it takes a lot of effort to actually balance it out.
Yeah.
The tweaks that you said, I don't mind them taking a month to tweak something. Like, I'd rather a month than 3 years. Because the recent Q&A, I think it was the last Q&A, a lot of things they said, Isa hosted, a lot of things they said made me stress a lot. Like, they seem to just want to spout out these big updates all the time, like nerfing the catacombs and like Raids 2, like a lot of like nerfing NMZ is another really big one. Like I wish they would just take a break, give her a little bit, and I don't know, just slow it down in general.
Yeah, like with ref games, they rushed it too, and like refs, I'm not sure if refs were worth doing at the start, but then they made it like more money than Vorkov and stuff like that. That's like
Oh, yeah, they were
Just-
definitely not worth doing before.
just to balance it out, like so it's not the best money maker, but still pretty good.
A lot of things, like small updates that they've
Yeah.
promised or said to get on top of at one point. Like the clan system, rather than a friends chat that we have now, to make a clan, like a proper clan system.
A proper clan system for the best social CC Skerryvore. 1500 total requirement.
Yeah, right. I've kind of come to accept now that this game is no longer OSRS, and I've kind of given up on the nostalgic thing right now. A lot of the things like sinking in and I don't mind the game getting updated now. A lot.
I mean, I do RD Rooftops. I wasn't there in 2007. I do Model Mine. I wasn't there in 2007, but like, it's still like there are a few things that should stay nostalgic. Like with Zaya, like the graphics were like a lot better than the old school standard, which is not something I would want to see in old school, like for every place.
I felt weird. The certain places in Zaya felt weird because the graphics were like, what the fuck is this?
Like the house in Tide Farm, like the little house there, the floor actually looks like. I was actually like, wait, what the fuck? Is this actually RuneScape?
Oh yeah.
Oh, even the architects. They're oh my god. Have you seen? Do you know the architects' faces in Zaya where it's like a different animation where it's just their mouths
They
moving?
need to remember.
God,
they need to remember the line between why people left RS3 and why people are playing OSRS. I don't mind updates, but they need to know the limit.
A lot of people actually left after, like, first after Free Trade was removed, and after that, like, people didn't really stop playing because of the HD updates.
It was a lot of it was because graphical for me, yeah. But it wasn't just HD.
But they actually got a lot of people back when they added the 2010 type graphics. A lot of people stayed with that, and like, I think even OSBuddy and Conduit have features to change your icons to 2010 icons, and like with OpenGL on old school, that's like and OSBuddy, it looks a lot like RS3.
Don't forget, even the
animations.
Even though some people seem to like that, don't forget that a lot more people seem to like the old graphics. There were like 200, 300,000 people playing with the shit graphics, and you say a lot, and it was like, I don't know, 80,000 or something playing, maybe less.
Yeah, but a lot of people also quit
So they need
because
to know
of
the limit.
audio updates, which was also. I know that people who were playing back then, they had a really positive feedback on the graphic changes.
I remember when I was starting to play old school. I played before when it wasn't old school; it was just the normal game, and then I like started playing, and I didn't know that there was RS3 in old school, and I was like, "Why do I have an action bar? What is this? This is not the MMO I remember. I don't want to play WoW here. Game shit. I hate having action bar." And then I realized it was a different game. I was like, "Oh, oops."
Alright, I think that's all we have. If you'd like to join Skerryvore, please go take a look at our forums by searching for Skerryvore on the official RuneScape forums. We have a minimum entry of 1,500 total level, and ranks up to Bronze Star based on total level. We actively host events and have an active Discord. I'll post a link for the forums in the video. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.